Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The one thing that I've been trying to impress upon you for the past X amount of years is the two-way conversational nature of the web, the ability to get to know one another, the thank you economy, the fact that I now know who you are as my customer and I can talk to you and know your needs and wants and try to address them and give them to you as best as possible. And because of the technological nature of social media, you have all been addressing the Gen-Xers and the millennials, the young folks, the ones who have their technology attached to their hands at all times, the ones with the strongest thumbs in the world from texting all day. That's who you've been looking after. And you've been finding that you've been having some trouble along the way because there's a certain level of entitlement. It's not two-way. They want more from you, right? That's what you've been experiencing. And do you know why that is? You've been talking to the wrong generation. You should be talking to the generation above them, their parents, the baby boomers. And why do you think the baby boomers are the ones that you should talk to? Truthfully, it'd be the one above them that would be most ideal. The greatest generation, as they're called. Unfortunately, they're not technologically savvy enough. And even more unfortunately, all joking aside, most of them are no longer with us. So we step down one to the baby boomers. And do you know why that is? It's because they understand thank you. See, I'm at the very beginning of this entitled generation. I, though, remember going around the corner in the old neighborhood in Queens, and there was a butcher. There was a fish guy, there was a pharmacy, there was a deli. And I could ride my bicycle around the corner and I would just walk in and I would say things like, my mom needs meat. And the guy would give me exactly what she wanted. I just assumed that my mom's name was Mom and that made it unique. And by saying that, they knew. But that wasn't it. They knew their neighborhood customers. This is before the Best Buys and the Targets and the Costco's and the Sam's Clubs swooped in and sold us way more for way less in mass. This was before the assembly line-like commerce that we see today. This was when it was personal and it was real. And you were sick. This was when the days when I could go down to the corner store with $1 and buy a pack of cigarettes for my mother. That's unfortunate that I was able to do that. But the idea that they knew me and they knew my mom and they sold me the cigarettes, why? Because they knew the family and they knew that I was not going to smoke them. I was 7. They knew the family well enough. And if my mother never got cigarettes, if they never arrived at her house, they all knew each other well enough to come to a conclusion. So I knew better than to sneak anyway. The point of this is that that's the generation that saw this. That's the generation that watched it go away. That's the generation that is now holding smartphones in their hands as it comes back. They, my friends, are your bridge. They're the ones. Sure, they're not tweeting and Facebooking as much. Computers were tools for them. They weren't toys. They're not things that are fun. They're not things that they play with. There was no computer club in their high schools. But those same tools are now tools for them in saving money and reaching out. When I have interactions with brands on Facebook or on Twitter and I get free things that arrive at my house, whether it's a cloud perk or making up for some customer service mistake or any number of things. When I was a journalist, they'd send me things to demo and write and review, whatever the case may be. My mother would say, how do you get these things? I talk to them. I ask them for it. I interact. And the virality of the things that we say and do on social media expands it. It's worth it for them to give away one, I don't know, one whatever. Here, clean your screen with this. Try it one time. And they give away one can of this, and I might tell 10,000 people about it. They more than make up for what they give away. And then they see it. My mother sees it. She goes, that's amazing. And when she can't find something on the store shelves and I go to the company and I find out that it's been discontinued in a certain region, but they're going to send me a pack for being a loyal customer. They see that power. And they say things like, that's nice. I remember when people used to know our order. I remember when the guy used to come around that sold fruit and sharpened scissors and did whatever else. I remember those days. Now you don't know anybody. They are aching to be talked to. And social media has tentacled its way into our lives, whether we wanted it to or not. With Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And people that could barely work a computer a few years ago are snapping pictures and texting. That's your generation. This current generation knows social media because it's in their face. But they've never before felt that deep connection to brands and to customer service and to staff. They've never before had that relationship with places they've shopped. But their parents have. And a lot of these people that we're talking about that don't quite get it, they still are in touch with their parents. Right? They're still young enough to be somewhat under the wing. Use that generation above and help the baby boomers. Have the baby boomers help make your business boom in the new way. Once again, they are the bridge. Help them help you connect. Whether they're in your demo or they're not, they are of use and help to you. And they only want the best for their kids. So if you provide a valuable service and you care, genuinely care, they'll know. They'll see it. They'll know if it's bullshit or not. Oh, Jason, a brand on Facebook, they talk about blah, 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 that thing that you were looking for. They seem nice. They always ask. If you're Gen X, Gen Y, Millennial, you can hear your parents saying that. Think about it.